there, everybody, and welcome. My name's Rick here with Airgun Web and Gateway to Airguns. We're doing a video today for Gateway to Airguns. I've got some cool stuff here on the table. One of the things we do in support of our pro tier sponsors is we do some videos for them. And we do one video a quarter for each of the pro tier sponsors. And yeah, it's awesome. It's great because we have some independence on how we do things and why we do things and so forth. And we get some support in doing the things we want to do. Oh, my Tacticam is shutting down. Sorry about that. A little buzzy there. But anyway, yeah, if you guys want to learn more about Gateway to Airguns and everything we're doing, check it out. It's gatewaytoairguns.org for the forum, gatewaytoairguns.com if you guys want to check out all of our content and kind of a really pretty way to see it and find it. And of course, you can always check out our sponsors too. So today we are here representing for Buckrail. Buckrail makes some really, really cool 3D printed and other cool accessories for air guns and all different types of air guns. Today I've got, you can barely tell, but this is the Benjamin Woods Walker, which started as the little Marauder pistol, and it's been transformed and morphed into what we have here. And like the base components, like the barrel, the tank, and the receiver is about all that's left. The rest of it, the moderator, the foregrip, the lower, the Marauder pistol, the stock, all that stuff is extra, and I got all of that stuff from Terry over at Buckrail. Very, very cool. He's a mad scientist, genius, back in his little room, and I've been at his place. He's like, and the printers are running, and it's just things spitting out really cool parts. That's what he does, and he makes some really, really nice gear. As you can see here, this is come a long way from the Marauder pistol. Maybe Cheryl can find just a picture of the Marauder pistol, Woods Walker, and then kind of transform to this thing. Yeah, it's a massive change. So why would you do that? Well, it's fun. This is a part of the sport of airgunning, which is the mods and the changes and the customization. Not everybody wants to do that. I find it kind of fun as long as the parts are easy to get. Some people like go crazy, but Terry makes it super easy because his parts are easy to get and they're affordable. So what are we doing today? Well, converting it is one thing, and then we need to shoot it, right? We need to see how it's doing. And it's been a long time since I've worked with this gun. So what I want to do today is find the shot curve. It's an unregulated pistol, essentially. We're at 25 yards. It's windy today. I was going to try and shoot accuracy for, on paper. I don't think I'm going to try that today just because it is very windy and we're getting pushed around quite a bit. And I need to already bring this to the right some. We'll see. I think, well, I'm going to leave that fixing to get ready to adjust. I don't know if I'll adjust it or not. Maybe I'll just use the milled up scope. So we're going to get our shot curve. That's the first thing we're going to do with 15.89s. We might try some other pellets just for giggles, but we'll shoot our steel target. You'll get a nice idea of, what kind of pattern you get off of that. But the first thing I'm going to do is get our Chrony numbers. Now I'm running their pocket Chrony. I had the True Ballistics Big Daddy out a little bit earlier, but it struggles with things that are going really slow. We're shooting slowly here, between mid 4s to low 5s with 15.89s. And I find the Pocket Chrony does better at those power ranges. And you can actually specify a zone you want the radar checking for. So I like that. I find this more reliable with lower power, super quiet stuff. I find this to work really, really well. And thank you to Utah Airguns for helping support us with those products. If you are going to modify your gun, change your gun, you got to have a Chrony. If you don't have one, get one. And we've been doing some work with Nate Chrony too, and that slides right on the moderator or screws into your barrel, or it attaches the front of your gun essentially. Like this does. This hangs under in his radar. His attaches, and it's infrared sky screens inside the little channel, which is really, really cool. That's less than $100. So if you're going to do this work, get a Chrony. You have options from less than 100 to close to 1,000, so knock yourself out. But find one that works for you, because without it, you're just twisting knobs in the dark. So, all right, let's do some shooting. I'm going to start my Tacticam. I am using a Hawk Sidewinder. It's a first focal plane scope. So if I zoom out, and I can't go all the way out because Tacticam gets in the way of the little knob, but that's about 6-ish. That's about 5. Whereas a 4 to 16. And as I zoom in, you guys can see the reticle comes with you, which is awesome if you're hunting or shooting at different distances and you need to deal with holdover or hold under, because whatever you establish at one magnification is going to work across all of them because the reticle goes with you. I'm going to set this at 12 power. And let's do some shooting here. Okay, so I am at right at 3,000 PSI, and let's see what we get. Nothing because I didn't properly close the breech. Try again. Okay. Did not pick up because it was too low. This needs to be under 3, I guess, to really work. Let's see here.
452.
Okay. All right, so 452. It's shooting low as I'm aiming dead center, and it's hitting low left. I'm going to bring it to the right some.
457.
Okay, we're getting some numbers. Yay!
464. 466. 476. 480. 487.
Okay. We didn't get our first shot. I'm going to do one more, just so that we start off with like an 8. It's an 8-shot mag, by the way, on these guys. Okay.
482.
Okay, so let's see. We have energy. You see view shots. It's 8 foot-pounds, so this is not a lot of power, which is okay. I think last time I worked with this, I had set it up for shot count, not necessarily power. If you guys would like me to change that and see what we can do to make this do maximum power, let me know, and maybe we can do that in another video. That's the kind of stuff we get to do here at the GTA, just kind of take our time, work with products, see what they'll do for you, and then we can make some changes, take your suggestions, and we'll keep going. Let's keep going on our shot string here. So we started at 452, we're at 482, and I'm going to keep aiming center and see what happens.
489. 501. 506. 510. 513. 520. 527. 531.
Let's see where we are pressure-wise. All right, so right now we're at like 2,600 PSI. So I would probably fill this, not to 3,000, because we wasted all those shots that were low. And now our energy, by the way, is up to over 10 foot-pounds. So, excuse me, at 10 foot-pounds. So we've got more energy. We're in the 500s. Let's see where it tops out. Because once we find that optimal pressure, if we can get 2 or 3 mags at good pressure and it's relatively even, that's where we're going to get our accuracy. Here we go.
531. 536.
I think we're in the right zone now.
545. 545. 552. 561. 559. 552.
Okay, so we're in a good spot. That was a good mag right there. Pressure is 2450. So if we were to fill to 2600, let's see how many mags we get that are decent. Because what we could do is after we know what our fill pressure should be, we'll fill to that and then we'll shoot like 2 mags at optimal pressure and see what kind of pattern we get on our chicken. It's all hitting pretty center now. And with a little over, well, we got over 11 foot-pounds at one point, which is more than enough for some squirrel hunt for sure.
566. 578. 580. 566. 589. 573. 596. 598.
Okay, we're 32 shots. Definitely can do some optimization on this with the hammer. I think we can turn the hammer up and get into this higher power, higher velocity a little bit sooner. We can turn the hammer spring up and adjust the throw. Those are the two big adjustments you have on this gun. There's also a trick, I don't know if I did it or not yet, that you can adjust your transfer port size to make it a little bigger and get more power that way too. So again, if you guys want to see those videos, that kind of videos, let me know because we can certainly do that. Okay.
598.
Let's see what our pressure is. Yeah, I mean, I think we could fill to 2,500 and like, I think that's going to be where we want to start.
601.
We're at 12.7 foot-pounds now.
603. 603. 594. 608. 608. 608.
Okay, do you see how that kind of like flattened out? That means that this is probably, we should fill, we're right at 2,000, right 1,900. So if we went to like 2,300, we're gonna be pretty close to that sweet spot. And let's see how many mags we get. We're at 40 shots, guys. I mean, 40 shots in a little bitty pistol. So obviously, last time I played with this, I had it all set up for shot count and to be super quiet. It is super, super quiet. All right, let's keep going. We're not even anywhere near falling off. I could be wrong. We probably 2 mags anyway.
605. 605. 603. 587. 596. 592. 592. 585.
Okay, we're on the downslide. We're over 12 foot-pounds. So we've been over 12 foot-pounds for a bunch of shots. We started shot 31. We went over, we hit 12. No, I take it back. We started 12 foot-pounds at shot 29. We're sitting at shot 48. So I'm thinking, if we filled, yeah, we're right over 1,500. We're 1,600 PSI. We could shoot from like 23 down to 15, and I think we're going to get like some really good results. So one more mag, and then I'm going to ask my lovely wife to go down and paint that target, and then we are going to give it another run. I am not going to try and shoot these other pellets today for accuracy because the wind is really crazy. I'd rather do it on a super calm day. It gives us something else to do, right? But you guys let me know if you want to turn this up. Because if we turn this up, I'd be curious if there's any benefit really, right? So what if we get like really good results, but you only need 2,200 PSI instead of having to go to 3,000 PSI? Then if you're hand pumping, that's less work, right? Maybe we don't need to turn it up. We just need to fill it right. All right, here we go. Another mag.
578.
We'll stop at this after this mag.
573. 564. 559. 552, 543, 536.
Yeah, we're dropping hard now.
524.
Okay, we're going to stop there. That's 56 shots, right? 56 shots, and we are winding up at like 1200 psi. So I think that's too much. I think that last mag was too slow. Let's do this. Let's stop the cameras. I'm going to fill this up, and then we're going to do like optimal group and see what kind of pattern we get, because that's like pretty massive at 25 yards, and that's because we have such a huge variation. Our swing from like full to empty here is 156 feet per second spread, which is unusable, right? But if we dial in our pressure to like start at like 2300, let's see how we can shrink that down. We'll shoot 3 mags, that's 24 shots. That's enough for a pistol. That's enough for like hunting. And if you had a little pony bottle or something, you could top this off so many times out in the field and just keep shooting and shooting and shooting. All right, I'm going to save this group because this is cool data. And we'll shut everything down. I'll get this filled up and we will be right back. So I just topped this off to like 2300. I'll check it, see where the gauge is sitting. We're at 25 yards shooting a little steel chicken, and we're going to run, I think, 2 to 3 mags to see if I've found the optimal shot curve. Let's see. I am at like, 21 and some change. Let's see if I can get 2 good mags. Awesome. 3 good mags would be great. That's 24 shots. If I'm out hunting squirrels or rabbits or something, it's actually pretty good shot count in a tiny little, essentially, pistol. All right, let's see what we got here. Cronies on. Yeah, we'll take our shots. Our Tacticam's running. Make sure that's up and going. All right. Hopefully this is working. If not, we've got the target cam going. All right, let's take some shots here.
601.
Right in the sweet spot. I'm a little bit high.
603. 603. 605. 587. 605. 608. 608.
Okay. That's freaking awesome. Let me breathe for a minute. God, I love shooting air guns. Okay. So we went from like all over the map to something the size of a quarter, just by finding the right pressure. Now, I could adjust the hammer spring, I could adjust the throw so that we would have similar performance at 3000 PSI. But if I can get that performance and only need 2000, maybe 2 and some change, if you're hand pumping, why would you want to make it more work for yourself, right? I mean, this is really optimal. We're just at like maybe 1850 PSI. I wonder if we're gonna get another magazine. God, that's a pretty group. I don't want to screw that group up, but I think it's gonna drop a little. Let's take some more shots. Oh, I did it again. Dadgummit.
608.
I forgot to close the thing. I apologize. We have our shots though, so we're good to go. All right, here we go.
608. 601. 582. 594. 589. 568. 566.
Okay, we're starting to drop. So that's 16 shots on the Crony, 15 on the target. We have a 42 foot per second spread. We're going to drop hard now. Let's do another 8 shots. We're going to drop hard. I would probably put a little bit more air in it because we could start at like 580 and work up to the 600s and then back down and maybe get 3 to 4 mags. But we need to be at like another couple hundred PSI to start with. And I was just maybe 2100, so I needed to be a little bit more. I filled off the compressor, not off a bottle, and I was going off the compressor gauge, so not exactly super accurate. Let's do another mag. I'm not going to bore you guys with another set of numbers, but I think you guys get the idea. If you have a Crony, you have like a gun like this, you can get it dialed in, and even though it's not regulated, you still get really, really good, potentially awesome results. So let's do this last magazine and see how far she drops. But we could just slide that a little bit with a little more pressure, and I think we're going to get 3 mags right in the sweet spot.
$571. $564. $557. $545. $538.
Dropping hard.
$529. $508.
Right.
$510.
Okay, it dropped hard. We need to slide that pressure just a little bit over, but I think you guys get the idea. This has been a lot of fun shooting this today. I haven't shot this, well, since I've done all the conversion work. It's been through several different layers of conversion from the stuff from buck rail, but it's super fun to shoot, especially laid out like this. I find this far more fun to shoot, far more comfortable, far more ergonomically pleasing and effective for me personally when it's kitted out like this. So super thank you to Buck Rail for sending all this gear out. Also thank you to the rest of our sponsors for helping us do what we do. We have JSB, JTS, we didn't get to their stuff here, but we will when we do our pellet testing. Not today, it's too windy. We'll do that. Utah Airguns, Hawk Optics, all of these guys help us do what we do. They're part of our pro tier sponsors. The big banner you see on the forum, that's those guys. So super huge thank you to them. Thank you to you guys for watching. Thank you to our Patreon members and also our Officers Club members. Links to all that stuff will be in the video description. That's going to wrap it up. Guys, I'm Rick with Airgun Web, Gateway Airguns. Thanks for watching.